Hello Twin Flames and welcome to the Divine Masculine Daily Reading for Wednesday. So I'm going to use a great deck today, one of my favourite tarot decks, the Tarot of the Celtic Fairies or the Celtic Fairies. So let's see what we need to know about the Divine Masculine today. What's he going through? What's he feeling? What does he want you to know he's, receiving and achieving today? So a few cards coming out. I'm also going to use Gudi's deck here from Twinflame Love Gudi Rosehill. So what do we need to know for the masculine today? There we go. Okay. So first of all, we've got look twice. Wow, look twice. So the masculines aren't just looking at something one time anymore. They're looking twice. They're looking back. They're realising. They're going through this huge awakening. Look twice. And they're giving me the word think twice too. And there's a song by Celine Dion, Think Twice Before You Do Something. Before you make a mistake, knowing that there are no mistakes, just lessons, but think twice before, you wreck something. And the masculines are really thinking about this. So what I feel is they're not rushing. They're not rushing into something. They don't want to force it or stress it or, just mess it up. They want to do it right. So they're looking twice. They're planning and looking twice at that thing that they're planning to do. Instead of just rushing in and upsetting you, upsetting themselves, not thinking it through, they're thinking twice and looking twice. And this is very powerful. And look twice is also about you being one, to become one, that you are one. We've got, they've got this powerful energy with temperance. So they're taking the time. They want to go on a wild adventure. They want to move forward towards you, but they're being guided to slow down and take the time. And they're dealing with things in their life. Now, the masculines may be distracted. You may see your masculines distracted. Now, you can see there he's holding wine in his hands. So he may be drinking a bit too much alcohol. He's definitely sleeping alone, sleeping on the sofa. So he may be drinking a bit at night and falling asleep on the sofa. And that's really interesting because, I shared that sleeping on the sofa message the other day. And I was watching a programme because George was playing his game upstairs. And I thought, I'll just have 5 minutes lie down on the settee. And I fell asleep for like an hour. So I was sleeping on the sofa and George came down and he was like, what are you doing? So this is about them moving forward. And he's showing that to you. So right now he may be dealing with this new adventure and what he needs to look twice at because he knows he needs to change his behaviour. So if he's been drinking too much alcohol or, he's been addicted to something or distracted by something, he's ready to let that go. He's ready to let that go. And he's smiling in this card because he's ready for this. Moving towards something new. This kind of goat energy here, connected with adventure, is throwing him forward. So he needs to be very patient and do it right so he does it the right way. So I'm really feeling he's releasing himself from addictions, and this really resonates with the message for the Divine Feminine today. I'm releasing what my body no longer needs, and that's what he's doing because he's looking twice at things in his life. He's looking at his life and he's thinking, wow, I can't carry on doing the things I've done. He's coming out into the open. He's coming out into the open no matter what the consequences are. Look how big he is there compared with the fairy. So he's standing tall. He's moving out of the dark times. He's facing his truth. He's going through this huge awakening and he's moving forward. He's moving those brambles out of the way. So this is also about any obstacles or any delays or anything that's in the way. And there's birds flying around outside catching my eyes. So we're seeing birds as a big sign of movement and change and sweetness and things moving forward. Yeah, look at this. He's facing his fears. We've got the wasp there. And the wasp is about anger and frustration and, struggle. Think of wasps. I don't like wasps very much. Bees are different. Bees are sweet. Bees are connected with miracles and power. Wasps, on the other hand, have their own agenda. And I feel the masculines are standing up to the karmic situations. That's what that wasp is there. The wasp is the ego which creates all the fear in them that makes them drink and do crazy things that they have to look twice at. But this is also about anyone or anything that's toxic to them, that can hurt them, sting them, knock them down. And he's taking back control. He's got his sword and he's ready to fight this wasp. He's ready to fight this anger. He's ready to fight the situation to be free. And it's hard. It's hard. There may be delays in communication at this time for you and your twin. There may be blocks in your situation, but you are being protected from this angry wasp. So remember that, whatever you're going through, you're being protected. If there's a karmic partner, you don't need the fallout from that. That means you don't need them coming to you and saying things to you and harassing you, so you're being protected. So allow him to deal with his own wasps in his life, his own frustrations, his own anger, his own toxic energies, and his own karmic situations to be free, so that he can move forward to you. What a beautiful message. So he's on his way. He's showing that he's fighting for this love now. He's moving out of the dark times. He's moving towards a new beginning. He's stepped through a portal. He's left things in the past he needs to let go of. So he's moved out of this energetic baptism. And they're giving me the need to cough or breathe. It's not even necessarily a block in the throat. It's more congestion. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about this more in the daily twin flame reading today. But congestion, GERD, acid reflux, things he needs to get off his chest. He needs to get things off his chest. But he has to look twice at what he's doing, so he doesn't rush it, force it, mess it up. He has to look twice at what he's planning, so it goes to plan. He has to think twice about, what he's doing in his own life, drinking alcohol, distracted, whatever he's doing, that, he needs to take it slow. He needs to do things more in moderation. He needs to take back his power because he's ready for a new adventure. So he wants to change his life and move towards you. So look at the difference in the energies. You've got one who seems to be very red in the face, okay, bit bloated here too, not looking very healthy. And then he's fit and strong here, moving ahead. Whenever I connect with this card, I always see this like the elves or the elvings in Lord of the Rings. Played, was it Orlando Bloom who played it? So, he's moving forward, he's taking control. And you've got this beautiful kind of blue fairy up here that was seen as a blue butterfly. And blue butterflies are connected with transformation and the power of the love. So if you see blue butterflies today, your masculine is showing you he's on his way. He's moving forward. There's changes happening. And they're giving me the word compromise. Even though this is the temperance card, they're giving me the word compromise, compassion. So there's going to be compromise coming into your connection where you talk equally, openly about what you both want. So it's not just his way, it's both of your ways. You compromise. And he's coming to a compromise with himself now about his own life because, he's been distracting himself so he doesn't face that wasp with alcohol or, other things, gambling, drugs, gaming, distraction, whatever it is. And he's ready to fight that now. He's standing up, he's coming out into the open. He's facing his fears so he can move forward. And this is all happening from the energy that came in with the water tiger in February and up until this powerful energy we're accepting from June. So again, we've been talking about that. We're talking about movement forward and change. And the Lionsgate portal is going to be a big one. And I have actually done a 2022 overview month by month. It's in the playlist. You can go and watch that if you want to. See how things are unfolding for you. But this is definite change and, moving towards a better time. The Six of Swords is about that light at the end of the tunnel. And when the masculine looks twice, that's what they see. When they look at things, first of all, they go into fear. Struggle, stress. They get knocked down because they think, it's too overwhelming, it's too intense. But when they look again, they gain clarity. Things make sense. It's more, they're more open to the understanding of it. They know. They start to know, not just see. So he's showing you he's moving forward. He's fighting his karmic energies. He's ready to fight that wasp and stand up for what he believes in and speak his truth. You know, I feel this could also be very controlling karmic energies. Could be a boss, it could be a family member, it could be a karmic partner. Again, it could be his own ego, you know, his own fears that can be very controlling. And, he's afraid sometimes to stand up to those energies, but now he's ready to come out into the open, to show you who he is. So if he's been hiding, you know, if you've been in separation, if he's been blocking you, any of those things, get ready for big change, because he's stepping out of his comfort zone and he's coming out into the open. He's curious about you and he wants to know what you're doing. And that's what he's doing here. He's curious about this fairy. You know, he comes out, he's been hiding, watching from afar. And that's what your masculine has been doing too, looking at you on social media and wondering what you're up to. And now he's coming out into the open because he's curious, he wants to approach you. And that's what he's doing. But he's also showing you he's facing his fears and his struggles, and he's doing that now. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.